Hello everyone, I'm home. Welcome back to my channel. I think I told you all that I clean house for a lady that I did her hair for probably 30 years. And she's a great friend of our family. My husband's sister grew up with her, and my husband's known her and her husband all their lives. So have I. I graduated with her son and know all their kids. But anyway, she's a real sweetheart, and I always considered her and a lot of the ladies from my shop substitute mothers maybe to me, because my mom, I lost her when I was 27, and all of these ladies being in the shop with me helped me so much with big monumental things that happened, you know, and this lady was one of them. And she was always talking and helping me through times. I helped her through times. She lost a couple of husbands and with long illnesses, and I've just known her forever. Well, I came out here today to clean her house, and she has a small house. It's only 2-bedroom, and it's tiny, and it's beautiful, and she keeps it spotless. I told her I wish it would be a little dirtier so I can see where I'm going, but I enjoy it out here. It's quiet, and I have a couple of hours to myself, you know, just to think. And as I was cleaning, I got to thinking about how much she's helped me through the years. It fills my heart with a lot of joy to come out here and make her house all sparkly and smelling good for when she walks in. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you that she's like a mom to me, like a aunt, a very, very good friend. And I've lost a lot of the women that I had in my beauty shop all those years. You know, they're gone. And some of them are in nursing homes, and this one is still going strong, and she's a fantastic person. And I just got to thinking about how I didn't have my mom after the age of 27, but I was so blessed to have all these wonderful ladies in my life that really helped me through some tough times, and I hope I've helped them, and it makes me feel good to help her now. So I enjoy it so much. The older I get, the tougher it is on me. And she's got a Dyson sweeper. Have you guys ever picked up a Dyson sweeper? Oh my gosh, it's an upright, but it is so heavy. But like I said, her house is small, so it's no big deal, and it's really clean. I go over everything, but I'd rather have some grime, you know, so I can see where I'm going. Look at this big, beautiful tree. She was raised on this property, and it's just beautiful. So anyway, even though I lost my mom, I've had a lot of good moms, and she's sure been one of them. And I'm so happy to leave here today knowing the house smells good and it's all sparkly clean. And I just noticed before I came out here, Jeffrey Kevin has a new video teaching us about lusters. I didn't really know what lusters were until Jeffrey Kevin started showing them on his channel. So I'm anxious to go home, clean my house, sit down with a nice cold beverage, and watch Jeffrey Kevin. So you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Is there anything as wonderful as a shiny, clean floor? It's one of my favorite parts to do, is to mop the floor and get everything all shiny and clean. And I was working in the cabinet, dusting, and I saw this little diaper pin, and I thought she probably kept that from one of her kids' diapers from when they were little. And then she had these little socks that were probably her grandkids or something, and I thought, that's memories. Everybody has them. And then I saw this in the corner of her dining room, and it's I can't remember, a yardstick holder that I made for all my beauty shop women one time. And when I left her house, I went past another one of my friends' homes, and she's got the prettiest little red house with green shutters, and it's just adorable. And every time I go past her house, I have to drive real slow and look at all of her pretty flowers and everything. Her husband and my husband have been friends for years, and they're a great couple. But I had to take a picture of this. Isn't that my kind of window? Those beautiful curtains pulled back, and she's got pretty old dishes sitting in the window. She's another good friend of mine. And then her neighbor across the road had all these little miniature sunflowers all across the front of their house, and it was so pretty. So I wanted to thank you all for your comments on my last videos about the little kids table. Some of you went on and on about how you like my table, and then some of you shared your stories about when you were little and had your own little tables, and some of you still have your tables and your chairs and your little dishes, and it just made me so happy. You made comments about my napkin rings, and they're just usually shower curtain rings or a real thin strip of cardboard that I hot glue a little strip together and just glue some flowers on. But I really enjoyed your comments, and I just loved my little punch bowl so much that I put it all away. I do have the punch bowl on the table still, but I of course got the punch out of it. But I had to go to Danville the other day for a dentist appointment, so I ran into the Restore and I found more little crystal pieces. Everything was so cheap. I found some actual crystal bowls, and I saw this on the shelf, and it was a bowl with a pedestal already on it attached, and I thought that would make a nice little punch bowl for a kid's table. I'm seeing things totally different now when I'm in the thrift stores. And this one wasn't priced very high. It was filthy dirty, but it was glass, and I kind of want to go for the crystal stuff. So I found this crystal bowl. I think it was $2. I can't really remember, but it was so pretty, and I started setting it on little candle holders and different little crystal bottom pieces. They had a lot of crystal today, and the way I know it was crystal, it was heavy. This piece was gorgeous, and you're going to hear a race car. Oh my gosh, my neighbors. Well, it's not my neighbors, it's just people driving by. This bowl was leaded glass, and it was so gorgeous, and it was only $5.50, and I immediately put it in my cart. It was filthy dirty, but I can't wait to get those kind of pieces home. And I got tickled. When I went to pay for it, I noticed it had a $3 yard sale sticker, and I thought, that's like the thrift stores. They do that. They raise the price. But who wouldn't have bought that crystal bowl at a yard sale for $3? I'm baffled by that. So I took the crystal pieces and I brought them home and I washed them. And this bowl was so gorgeous, and it was only $3. And it was crystal. And this is what it looked like when I got home. I set it in that big cranberry glass plate that I got. And it is so heavy, and it is so beautiful. It just rings when you touch it. And then this is the cut glass one, and it was so beautiful for $5. I couldn't believe it. And this is the side of it. And then I found this little piece for $1, and it was so dirty. It was kind of gummy, and I knew it was cut glass. I ran my finger around the edge, and it almost cut me, and it was just beautiful. And I could not wait to get it home, and this is what it shined up to look like. And it's small. It's a 6-inch long plate I can use on my little table. So I washed everything up. This is a little compote bowl that I already had. I turned it upside down, and I thought, I'm going to put that $2 crystal bowl on top of it. And it almost matched perfectly. And then they had this little crystal bowl for, I think it was $1. And these were all dirty. I told you Restore stuff's always dirty. I cleaned it up and turned it upside down and put it on top of that, and it looked really pretty. Like I said, the bigger bases are better for these little bowls. And of course I tape them, and then I use the E6000 glue, and they hold together really well. But I'm going to tell you in a little bit another idea that I had and I think I'm going to do. But I found some candlesticks. Some of them are glass, but they're all real good quality, and they sparkle. Once I got these all cleaned up when I got home, it was just fabulous. Then I decided to start working on my little cake stand. And I already have a little cake stand, but this is depression glass, just clear. And I just had to fool around with it for a little bit. Now, I thought that base was a little too big for it. But if you're using it with little kids, you want a big stable base so it doesn't tip and everything. But, oh, these little compote bowls. Now this is a little bowl. I think it's about 6 inches wide and about 2.5 inches deep. And it's got the same pattern as that big crystal bowl that I got. It's just beautiful. It could be pressed glass, but it sparkled like crystal. And then they had a couple cheap candlesticks, so I bought those to make the cake stand with, and I like those a lot better. They're short. They're only 2.5 inches, and then I got one for 4.5 inches. So the cake stand's about 6 inches tall. And like I said, I have some cake stands that are small, but I wanted special crystal looking ones for this little table. I'm kind of jumping off the deep end here with this stuff. And then I started putting the punch in it, which is just colored water for now. We drank all the punch that we had on the other day. But oh my gosh, guys, they were so beautiful. And here's my idea. There's a place up where my boys live where they blow glass and they make all kinds of beautiful glass pieces. I'm thinking about taking them there and having them use molten glass and put them together so that they're together. But I had so much fun. I got my little crystal ladle out, my glass ladle, and started changing out the different bowls with punch, and any of them would have been perfect for a little girl's table. And now this next picture, this one and this one, are showing the wrong kind of bases to use. They're too skinny. They don't look right, and they would just tip over. So I wouldn't use this kind of base. I like the little compotes turned upside down because it looks like a real base. So yeah, I went totally down the hole with this. But then I went in my bathroom and I was looking at this mercury glass compote bowl that I have. It's the perfect size for a punch bowl. So it's like once I got this on my brain, I was just seeing things everywhere that would work on that little table. And some of you said that you thought it was a good idea that I give one away, maybe make one for a boy and a girl. And I loved all your comments. They were so heartwarming. It made me so happy to know that I evoked some memories for you guys, because some of you said, oh, I got all warm and fuzzy thinking about my little table when I was a little girl. And it made me really happy. So I spent the afternoon again making stuff for a little kid's table. I'm 62 years old, you guys. Am I crazy or what? Can you see me at the 12-step meeting? I'm Marcy. I'm 62 and I'm addicted to dishes. Okay, this was a miss. I was at the Goodwill and I go up to pay for all these little crystal pieces, and this big picture, I mean, it's huge. I'd say it's probably, I don't even want to guesstimate how big it is. It's big. It would look gorgeous over my fireplace. It had a most beautiful brown mat, gold frame, beautiful Victorian picture, fabulous. I looked at it and the lady said, we just sold that. So I missed it. And look at this. I got this table. No, it's a curtain topper. It's 9 feet long and it's about 2.5 feet deep. It is the most gorgeous fabric. It looks yellow here, but it's more of a deep gold color. Isn't that going to make some gorgeous pillows when I get my sewing machine working again? My sewing machine's been acting up. But I thought pillows, table runner for my table, little tablecloth for my little tables, who knows? But it's gorgeous. Then I found this 24-inch square cutwork piece in perfect condition for $1 at Restore. I decided I would get it for one of my little tables. It's just beautiful. And then I showed you my gold tiara egg plate that I got the other day. Well, Goodwill had a lot of gold tiara the other day, and one of my friends, I thought, collected it, but she said she buys it for her sister. So I took pictures and showed her, and she was going to go back and try to get some gifts for her sister, because they had pieces that I'd never seen before. They had the double-handled soup bowls, and they had a real pretty long tray that I'd never seen. So hopefully my friend will get down there before. And then they had it individually priced. I think they should price it as a set and not split all that up, but they don't care what I think. And then some of you commented on this. Someone told me that it was a sheet music holder, and of course the one I got was gold. I found this one online just the other day that's white. It said I don't think it had been painted. I think they came this way, and I don't care for the white. I guess in the right scene it would look nice, but anyway, I'm going to get off of here. I want to get busy sometime this week and make a little cake to put on those little cake stands. And as always, you can join me on Instagram at MarcyJo631. I just wanted to tell you about my good friends, and I hope you guys are enjoying the last of these summer days. It's still really hot here, but it's summertime, so we got to put up with it. And I hope you please like and subscribe. I'm getting a lot of subscribers and a lot of views on all my channel or all my videos, and I'm really tickled about that. And I'm going to try to get some more content together for you this week, and I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I can't wait to see you again.